to play sports. You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we back with another one. New day, new time. Surprise, surprise. We here, man.
We here, man. What can we say?
Hey, man. New day, man. We switching it up with y'all, man. First of all, we got, we daddies first. We got things going on, man. My little princess playing volleyball, and she took up prime time slot, man. 10 a.m. to 11:30. So I got to do my daddy duties, man.
And we're gonna always put that first, my boy. That always comes first.
But I kind of like the day because we get to react to what happened on Saturday instead of talk about predictions. And I love reacting, especially when we get a dub. Gators. You feel me? I don't care I don't care how we did it, who we did it against. When it's a dub on the screen, I crack one. Shout out to Bud.
Nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, you could have been like Clemson and laid an egg.
Hey, man, we could have been Colorado primetime, man, and you know what I'm saying, quarter.
Deal.
You know what I'm saying? We could have truly struggled like Florida State last week with Boston College. It's a whole lot of things that could have, should have, would have, but it didn't, man. I'm happy we got our dub. But yeah, man, we're gonna be rocking with this time slot for a while, a long while. And yeah, man, we here. How was the week, brother?
Yeah, man, pretty good, man. I'm starting the day off, man, by just saying happy anniversary to the wife. 7 years today. We got married in what I call paradise. You know what I mean? You get married on the beach in Jamaica.
Oh man.
So just want to start off by saying, happy anniversary. It's my mother-in-law's birthday as well, bro. My mother-in-law always be mad because her birthday and her anniversary. Hey, so you know what I mean? For her 50th, she had to come to our wedding, and she was, you know what I mean?
Man, that's tough.
Today, we celebrate the anniversary, but it's my mother-in-law's birthday as well. So shout out to my mother-in-law, man.
Happy birthday, mother-in-law.
Yeah. Huge, man. Huge, man. 7 years, man. People are like, man, how you doing?
Yeah, man.
So it's just communication. And I think you got to learn that, my boy. That's all I can tell people. Learn to communicate. Learn how your partner communicate. Some stuff they say it their way, and it might be offensive, but they're not trying to offend you.
Right.
So you think just learn to communicate, man. Just learn how to walk off. Learn how to walk off and let it go.
Hey, you gotta assume the best when it comes to that communication, man. Don't think the worst. Assume they meant it with the best way intention. You feel me? Communication and grace. That's it. Communication and grace, man. At the end of the day, they get on your nerves, but they get grace. You know why? Because you made the choice. So congratulations on your 7 years, brother.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
I remember 7 years.
So what, bro?
I remember year 7.
Now we in year 14, but we got there at 7. So yeah.
Woo! I'm putting that time, boy.
So
putting that time. But shout out to Tiffany for keeping up for putting up with you for that long, man.
Right.
She the MVP.
You're right. Where you want to start, my boy? Where we going first?
Man, let's start with my Gators, dog. Let me get this out the way. Cause boy, I've been having to go crazy ever since yesterday and today, man. We took on Charlotte. I think the casual fan expected us to put up 65 points, right? The casual fan, which is understandable, seeing what we did to McNeese, seeing what we did to Tennessee. You're like, these guys are going to put up 65 against Charlotte. The football, the real diehards were expecting maybe 45, 38, something like that. The football-minded people knew it wasn't going to be that day. This is the last tune-up week we got until we in the teeth of the SEC. We got Kentucky, Arkansas, UGA.
Now, Kentucky a big game for y'all. Now, Kentucky been on y'all head. They
Yeah.
on 2 wins.
Yeah.
And they don't look bad. They don't.
They undefeated. So that's what I'm saying. We going into the teeth. So this week, we already started with 3 guys suspended for the first half. If you've noticed anything about Billy, the way he plays these cupcake games, he doesn't just run up the score the first quarter or two and then just finish with all the second, third, fourth string guys. It's like, you know what I'm saying? He'll sprinkle in like a guy here or there. He'll put in a third string guy with the first team, second string, take a few guys out, there's never like a mass change. And it's because realistically, that's never going to happen. You're never going to have your whole second team coming at once. It may be a guy go down and a guy has to learn how to play with everybody around him. And that's what happened yesterday, man. We saw Arliss Burlingham got his first start of the year. He had to get the rotation. Trey Smack, our kicker, this is his first game getting all the kicks. We had to make special teams has been crazy this year. So we had to make sure that was good. We got guys on defense. We had played our freshmen a lot. I mean, our freshman linemen, they played probably more than the starters did. Linebacker depth. We went 4-5 deep on our linebacker depth. O-line, we had walk-ons playing in the first quarter. So when people were like, oh, y'all struggling, it's like, you don't know who's on the field. I understand the optics. It's just like, why is Billy kicking in his 4th and 1? Because he needs to work on field goal. Because at the end of the day, their field goals might be the difference between a W and a L, realistically.
I get it. I understand that part. Now, I totally get why you're saying that. And you want to do it in, I guess, pressure situations and real life game situations too. You don't want to wait.
And then you want to do it while everybody's fresh against the first team. Now you want to play your third against their third. No,
but you want to get up and be comfortable first, okay? If you don't nobody want to sit here and be in the fourth quarter. It's a 1-score game, and when you playing Charleston, you got to get up. And then that's how I can understand part of your fan base feeling like, dang, we scored 1 offensive touchdown. You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying, and you're trying to work people in. Like you said, they mix and matching the lines, mix and matching the wide receiver cores. Got the tight end. What a hell of a catch by the wide receiver, though. Oh my God.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him. Ricky, what they call him.
I know y'all seen that one-hand catch, man. That was
nasty.
But yeah, because we did a lot of the same thing yesterday too. In the UGA game on defense. A lot of people are like, oh, man, what's wrong with UGA defense? Well, for one, Trent Dilfer, I don't care what you say about him as a quarterback. Personally, he knows the quarterback. He knows the position. The man started 7-on-7. UAB actually has a nice offense. Like, they're not slouches. Shout out to my boy Trishan as a tight end coach for UAB. I should have went to the game yesterday, but I just didn't feel like, some days you just don't feel like doing nothing. I had one of those days, bro. I just really didn't feel like doing nothing. But I definitely get what you're saying about the mixing and the matching of the parts and pieces. We did that a lot yesterday with our linebacker core, man. We allowed the young guys get in and play like real game snaps and real meaningful snaps. Seen a couple blown assignments and stuff like that.
Exactly.
The backfield. Stuff that the starters normally or the ones normally don't see when you're together with all the ones because the communication is so much better. But yesterday during the UGA game, you could definitely see times where he put the young guys in and some of them were kind of like head was spinning. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying with that part. I just rather you do that when you're up by 20 instead of doing it when the game is still close. Because a lot of when I looked at the thread, when I went on X or Twitter last night, UGA. I mean, UF fans were going crazy, bro. Y'all were going ham, and y'all. And
the game was never
all the plays. Now I might agree with that part. I don't.
I don't like Billy calling plays because of the attention to everything else. But he can run. I think his offense is good. I think he has a good offense, but it's really, of course, all offenses are built on execution, but his is very like you have to execute like to the T. And I respect that, but I don't like head coaches being the primary play caller. And it may be Rob Sale. Who knows? I mean, none of us are really in the meet coaches meeting to know who's doing it, but for the most part, we know it's Billy. But yeah, man, like it was a formation. Like we got a penalty on illegal formation. I was watching the game and I was like, oh, this is legal formation. Arliss is too far up. He needs to scoot back. And you know, it's like, but he was next to Frazier's and next to Andy Jean, and these guys haven't played a game together yet. So I was like, that's the little stuff there. And then we rested Trevor Etienne. At the end of the day, he's our number one. We have to get Montreal out of this little funk because he got a little shaken up last week. So this week was like kind of working him in to like kind of get him back into the flow of the live game. So we didn't rush Etienne a lot. I think he got like 6 or 7 touches. And Montreal got like 16, 17. Of course, next week we know the difference. You know what I'm saying? We kept our center. We let our center take a break, have a week off because our O-line is just different with Kingsley in. Our right guard, he had a right guard that got in a fight. He could have came back at halftime. Billy kept him out. We had a walk-on playing a lot on the right tackle on the edges. That's why he was getting beat. You know, it's just a lot of stuff that was going on that people were looking like, oh man, they messing up. Full start. I'm like, yes, this guy's never played. This is his first time playing.
KB, y'all supposed to have enough.
Charlotte, man, Charlotte. We did. I mean, the game never got out of the way. We held them to what? We held them to 200 yards, 170 yards.
Shit, y'all were holding each other.
No, we drove the field multiple times. We just would kick field goals. And I think if it's a game, if it's a like a real tool-up game, like say like McNeese, like we needed to as a first unit, the score would have been 50 something. Like them 3 points would have been 7 points easily. That easily would have happened. But
it was a little alarming. That's all. I can understand.
I don't think so because
I don't say alarming, but I can understand people's outrage.
I understand it from a casual fan. You know, I'm looking at it, or like, you know, just a diehard, like wanting us to score 100 points and all that. I get it, but yesterday was a method to the madness type thing, and it's one of those things to where you need, like, your guys have to go through like that kind of chippy game, and our starters got it in Utah, but like our backup, the guys you're going to need to come in when that guy goes down against Arkansas or UGA in the second quarter, and you need a guy to step in, and you need him to have those snaps. And this is the game. This is the last dress rehearsal before the game. So you get all those other guys in, but like, hey man, you backups, this is what it's going to be like. This is a small taste. You're getting a small taste from next week. Kentucky, it's on the popping. And next week.
Kentucky's on a 2-game win streak.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll talk a little bit more about Kentucky, I'm sure, all week long. We're going to have all week to chop it up by Kentucky. But do you think Kentucky has what it takes to come into the swamp and take this game? Or at the swamp? Let me ask you that.
No, I said Kentucky.
Oh, that's Kentucky.
But it's at noon. So those
Kentucky win by 10. They be up early. Kentucky win that game by 10.
Kentucky hasn't beaten us by more than one score ever. Not ever.
I'll tell you what, just bet some dew on it. What you want to bet? What you over there drinking? Bud? What you over there drinking?
Give me a little bud.
You want to bet a case of? I bet you a case. You bet that this water costs just as much as that. A case. It ain't before these and then. It costs just as much.
Nah, man, I ain't betting yet, man.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll let you. But Kentucky. But no, I've always told you can check the history. Go down my page on social medias, and you can search Kentucky.
Last year, Kentucky.
I always say Kentucky is always, regardless of how good we are.
One more boy with the glasses on that's on y'all fan, but he kept telling y'all 2 years ago, Kentucky. Watch out for Kentucky. I can't
Kentucky, but I tell people Kentucky and Mizzou are always our game.
Yeah, Mizzou always a tough out. Now, yeah, Mizzou.
It's just for whatever, bro. Like, I don't care what year you look. The year we had Trask and we broke all them records, Kentucky was in it. We won because they blew 2 touchdown assignments. Like, it's stuff like that. And for whatever reason, Stoops just has our number. I don't know what it is. My man just knows, and it's always a battle. Always. I don't care how good we are, how bad we are. That game was just always going to be a tight game, usually until the end. But I mean, I think I think our front, the difference between this year and the last 2 years, our front seven is way better than what they were last year. Like everybody ran the ball up our gut. And I think that us being able to stop them on the run will give us a benefit. And hey, man, say what you want about Mertz, man. Mertz has been balling. He's 78% completion rate. He's doing the yards. He's making the right decisions. He hasn't made a bad. He's made that one bad pass to where Ricky hit him on the shoulder with the interception.
That's probably most you don't want to talk about Florida since y'all ain't won 2 games in 2 years back to back. So I understand.
No, I mean I get people. We're not the favorite for a reason.
And right. And so like, it can't be that we got to move on now. We can't keep talking about the games. This ain't what we finna do.
No, I was just saying. But yeah, maybe just get them out. That's why I was like, let's just get us out the way. You know what I'm saying? We'll just get us out the way and move on.
Against McNeese State and then Charleston or Charlotte, whoever the hell y'all did. The coach didn't even have on sleeves when he walked out there.
His name is Biff. His name is Biff. But they scored 1 touchdown. And shout out to Jalen. Jalen, he used to be the Gator. He's a Gator quarterback. He was on the Gators like back when Elam was a freshman. How about that?
Man, good God Almighty.
That man been in college for 10 years.
Hey man, let's talk about the end of this Florida State and Clemson game.
Ooh, God, Clemson.
So it's a tie game.
Ooh,
you're up. It's a tie game. Tie game. It's less than 2 minutes left. It's like 2 minutes 30 seconds left. You have the ball 1st and 10 on like the 18-yard line, 20-yard line, 25. This didn't say 25. Oh, don't matter. Whatever. The play calling was so conservative. Like, I don't know if these teams don't know how to manage the new play clock like at the end of the game, or I don't know if people are just making just random bad decisions. But like Dabo didn't even try to like score a touchdown, but he was like they really played it for a field goal, a long field goal, with a kicker who had never kicked a field goal ever before in his life in college.
Bruh. That
game management, trying to purposely get himself fired at this point, or maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know who they were moving the ball. They moved the ball down the whole field, just boom, 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 boom. They got to the red zone, like you said, red zone. They tried to do a trick play, that trick reverse. It was just like, what are you doing? You literally ran up their throat the whole drive.
Simply. We're going to get into the NFL. We're going to get to the NFL.
Get out of here, Sean. Like, what?
We're going to get to the NFL. So we're going to get to the NFL. We got to talk about this game. We're going to talk about the prime game. And then we're going to come to the NFL. We're going to go to the NFL. We're going to get there. We're about 2 segments away, Sean.
But yeah, that play calling was just nuts. And then the screen, then like the when he ran the option, like you could run the ball or screen. Like, what are you doing? It's just they lost that game. They did everything they could to lose that game.
I don't think maybe they didn't trust the quarterback. You know what I mean? He had put up some maybe they didn't trust him enough. He had put up some balls that were like 50-50 passes, but his players were making plays on the passes. So I would have kept that formula going until you just pretty much stopped it. But you know, when you get down in the red zone, those windows are a little bit tighter. You can't run a 50-yard fly to take the safety out the field or take that safety to that side of the field because you only got 25 yards to work with. My thing is make them use all their timeouts, run the ball. Just run the ball. No, don't do no trick play. Let's not go left to right. Let's not get cute. Let's run right down their throat like you said we had been doing. And Shipley
was towing the thing.
He was doing it. I don't know if he got hurt maybe or maybe he just got winded, but Shipley was the key. And I would have kept going to Shipley, just like Oregon did with Dan Lanning didn't get cute.
Right. Dan
did not get cute. They kept giving it to zero. He was punishing them. He was running it down their throat.
That's what you do.
So I don't know. Again, Dabo has hired these he cussing out the defensive coordinator on the field. He going ham on the defensive coordinator right down the sideline. He acting like Nick Saban to me, man. He want to go to Bama.
He ain't gonna go to Bama to keep doing what he doing. That's the whole thing. If you're doing what you're doing at Clemson at this point in your career, you think them Bama folks gonna take that? They got Saban off a national championship at LSU. They didn't get him off a losing season. Like, let's not be confused. They're not taking he been because remember last year they got saved because talent-wise they were just a little bit better than Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech and stuff like that. They were just a little bit better than Miami. This year, Miami might beat their ass.
Yeah, Florida State beat them. I mean, again, until you are the man until you get beat. And what Ric Flair say, to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
And they are getting
Florida State fought in there and beat the man in your house.
And what is it with people in these Florida State, like these go routes? Like it's ridiculous. Like 4 and 14 gonna run straight.
Put your safeties back and you can stop, but you gotta have elite safeties to stop Florida State. I'm just being real.
You don't. You got two.
You can't say that. The wide receivers are dynamic.
No, them boys go 2 wide receivers wide. You put 2 safeties over there and drop your middle linebacker 5 more yards than he usually drops to cover the middle. And
they got Coleman coming out the backfield catching everything. Then they still got your boy, what's the tight end, Bell. Now Florida State got a squad. I can't sit here and act like Florida State no scrubs or they just getting lucky in these wins. Mike Norvell has been building this team, and he's putting this team together exactly how he sees fit. And at this point, you gotta have to stop him. I don't know. Now Travis is hurt, and they won't let him rest and heal. So I don't know if Florida State is gonna be able to maintain because of Travis's shoulder. It's not his throwing shoulder, but like I know. You play the SEC team. Now I know SEC did, but if Florida State plays Georgia, they're going to attack your shoulder. They're going to have linemen falling on your arm. Yeah. They're going to.
We'll take the 15. We'll take the 15.
We'll take the 15. But he's coming out that game, so I hope Florida State has a backup plan, or they give him time to sit down and heal properly, bro. They shouldn't be running him as much. Definitely shouldn't be running him as much, in my opinion. But he's a mobile quarterback. He's one of those quarterbacks that moves, he runs to throw you open. He's not trying to run to take off and gain yards unless he just has to. So I like Florida State though. Florida State, give me Florida State in the first round. I like that.
I mean, you can't say anything about them. I mean, at this point, they got Virginia Tech coming up. That's a dub. Syracuse coming up.
Is it at Syracuse?
Nope. Tallahassee.
Yeah, that's either way, it's gonna be a dub. It might have been a closer game than Syracuse.
Duke might be. Duke
could be undefeated right now. They're beating everybody by 20.
Wake Forest always, I guess.
But they look bad. Georgia Tech.
They probably beat Pitt. Then you got Miami. Then you got North Alabama, and you got Florida. They could easily be undefeated going into the Florida game.
Man.
Or they could have 2 losses. I don't see people having.
Where is that game versus Florida?
Florida.
Ooh, undefeated Florida State come into there and let the swamp do their thing. Oh man, bro, listen.
That shit. That ticket I looked up ticket just for shits and giggles. Yeah, nah. Ain't nobody missing that joint.
That's Billy's statement. That's the statement game, because you ain't gonna make no statement in Jacksonville. Your ass gonna probably get ran out of the building. If you couldn't score on Charleston, you ain't gonna be able to score on Georgia. I'm just telling you.
On Charlotte, but we're not playing. We're not going to be. We're not going to be starting right. We're not going to be starting walk-ons against Georgia. We're not playing walk-ons against Georgia. But again, the Georgia game. The defense. Like you say, we got the top defense in the SEC.
There you go. You keep saying that.
We do.
You keep making that statement, bro. No, you don't.
We do. What are you talking about?
You can say you have the best defense statistically. That might be something you can say.
Okay.
But defense ain't better than Bama's or Georgia's.
Statistically, however you want to say it, because that's what matters. Statistically, you got to earn them stats. They don't give them to you. At the end of the day, we have the best defense statistically in the SEC. I was not expecting anything like that. I was just hoping to be like, 5th or 6th. Like, I wasn't expecting to be a top 3 defense in the SEC. I'll give it to you.
Florida.
I'm just saying. He said Florida can start Jesus.
Well,
Mark has been on his hate. He been on his He-Man hate for the last 2 days. But hey, somebody didn't get no cutty last night. just been angry for 2 days.
Speaking
Relax.
of Prime, Tony, that's what we're about to talk about now. So
yeah, man.
Okay, a few takeaways from this game, right? We knew Colorado wasn't ready. Now, why they were ranking them, putting them up in the top 25, and no clue.
Winning.
They did. They won, but
they earned their spot. They earned it. But we knew what was going to happen against Oregon and USC coming in. We knew that.
I think last week should have told us enough about. Not even this. I'm not talking about yesterday. Last week versus Colorado State. When that game was close, that's a rivalry. So is Oregon not? That's like a Georgia-Tennessee game.
I mean, but still, the talent discrepancy between the Oregon and the Colorado.
So he ain't saying that about Prime Mom, so Prime couldn't get his boy ready to play. That was
I just think they were I think Oregon did what TCU showed you should do against Colorado week 1. Run the ball. Like, TCU running back had like 4 tutties.
Bro, he was running through them, flexing on them. I said, man, these boys they ain't big enough.
Exactly. So what are you going to do when you have guys who Oregon ain't ever been hurting from the O-line? You can give that shout out to Cristobal, shout out to Brian Kelly, shout out to Chip, whoever for the furthest back. They always have big O-line, Samoan.
First rounder O-line pick, yeah.
They always have that. So you can just look at them.
They keep them D-linemen, bro. They keep them 300 pounds or more.
Yes, bro. When you just look at their O-line, when they would show a picture of their O-line next to their D, fam, come on, that looked like a D3 school against a D1 school. Yeah. And that's the issue with the portal thing. You can get those nice receivers, and I tell everybody, hey man, you get them nice receivers, you can get the quarterback, all that. Them trenches is what matters, especially in the pack. That's why Utah is so successful, because they invest in the trenches and they will run you out the stadium.
Yeah, Prime gonna have to get the Buffs to come on out with their NIL money for them Hogs. You're gonna have to set up some type of University of Texas setup. You know, their offensive lineman gets $65,000 a year just for being on the roster. You ain't even got to play. If you're an offensive lineman in Texas, you're gonna get $65,000 a year. Just come on out here, work out, and stay in shape.
And it's easy to sell a wide receiver, DB to, you know what I'm saying, to being with Prime. That O-line, man.
Well, they going to get line. That's what Warren South supposed to come in there and do. Now Warren South,
we gonna see. He gotta get that paperwork right.
I
don't know
what that means.
Well, I don't know what that means.
I'm going to get the paperwork.
I'm like,
what you need a degree.
The contract offer? Like, I don't.
He need a degree. Now, what they gonna do with the current defensive court? Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I don't think.
Don't let me
be the one that starting.
I don't think he'll come in as a DC. He may come in as a D-line coach if he's smart. Maybe interior D-line coach. But you don't bring him in to be the DC. Like, no.
You gotta get automatically. Right. You gotta get somebody to protect Shador too, man. Oh my goodness. That man took 8 sacks yesterday, 9 sacks, something like that.
He been getting hit. He been getting hit since he's been in college. Prime has never provided a legit O-line around him, but because it's hard to get them O-linemen to lead Texas, Georgia, and Bama, and Florida's, and it's hard to get them guys to lead them schools, man. They take care of their offensive linemen most of the time before they take care of their skill. We gonna pay our offensive linemen before we pay a wide receiver. That's it. That's what Georgia gonna do. We put our eggs in all the basketball line. So that's the issue. But it was the same way when homeboy went to USC.
Speaking of USC, who you talking about?
Lincoln. When Lincoln went to USC that first year, Caleb been running for he probably still running.
Hey, Caleb was in a dog fight up until like the last 5 minutes. So I was up at 1:30 in the morning watching it during Arkansas, Arizona State versus USC game, and Caleb was in a dog fight. Penix looks better. I know Caleb got all the accolades and he got all the Heisman, this and that. If I'm an NFL general manager, bro, I'm looking at Penix like, bro, you make every throw possible. That Washington quarterback, he is legit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He remind me of a pre-massage parlor Deshaun Watson. Like he legitimately gives you that vibe where I'm letting it go. Like 50-yard rockets coming off his arm. So
yeah, bro.
Yeah, now I will with that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Washington versus Oregon. I can't wait to see Washington versus USC. Them games now have me intrigued, man. Pac-12, I don't know how the Pac-12 signed this bad deal and got themselves in this position where they losing all their players and losing all their teams. But bro, that's crazy. They got a product over there that I was happy to stay up till 1 o'clock and watch last night.
Washington has been one of those schools that just been like, they came out here and got beat by Bama when they had the college football playoff out here that year. Because I remember seeing Washington bus and the Bama bus, and Bama ran them boys off the field. Yeah. But yeah, Penix is he's legit.
Ward, that boy at Washington State. Ward, hey, listen, he a baller. I'm telling you, man, it's a couple quarterbacks, man. If you're in the NFL, which we're gonna switch over to in a few minutes, man. If you need a quarterback, Chicago. Look at all them teams that got double picks at the top. The Arizona Cardinals. I triple up because I'm gonna trade Justin Fields off and get me another pick. I'm gonna trade Kyler Murray off and get me a pick.
Justin Fields looked like Penix in college. So it's
hell no.
Not like Penix, but I mean he looked great. Justin Fields needs to get out. I don't care. No quarterback is going to be successful in Chicago under that coaching staff. None. I don't care who they get.
The whole ownership needs to be changed at this point because
it doesn't matter.
I don't know if grandma's selling bricks or what she doing because they got the feds running in their building and facilities. Hey man,
the defensive coordinator quits.
Like 8 years old, bro. She not in tune with what's going on in that building. The folk got the feds in there.
Yeah, bro. It's Chicago is just
who wants to play in that cold? Man, give me a dog.
Right, but the quarterbacks this year coming out of college. I mean, you got to look. You got Caleb. You got Penix. You got Ewers. Like you got Hartman. You got Larry. You got about 5-6 guys who can
legitimately
play. And the NFL, man, I don't know whose jobs when you look at it, like whose jobs are they taking? So it's guys like the Kirk Cousins.
I don't think they're gonna stop. They've been picking quarterback the last 3 years. They gonna keep picking.
Oh my God, the Titans. Yeah, Drake May.
Keep picking quarterback. The Jets need to do something.
If TVD continues to have a good year, he may decide to come out. Like it's quarterbacks who have a good argument to be in there, but I don't know if he come out this year.
These guys ain't rushing out no more with the NIL money. I'm pretty sure Caleb Williams is making probably what he may make in the first round.
His daddy already said if it ain't a good situation, he ain't going out.
Well, is the Cardinals a good situation? Because they got the first 2 picks. It don't matter about the situation because what if he's looking at the first pick and it's like, okay, we like this team, and then they trade back because they get a package.
Well, no, them guys, man. You know, when it comes to NFL and those things, they start to have those conversations, and they have the draft, and they have not the draft, but like they have those where are you going to land in the draft. You know, you start to have those conversations. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that happened with Eli. Then he knew he was getting picked first, and it was before the draft. Like it was I'm not playing.
Eli had enough leverage to pull. It was his last name that had more pull to get that done than what he
happened. Caleb could just come in. He'd be like, y'all just come back. Like, because remember, they can pull out late now. So it ain't like they gotta announce early. They can announce, it seemed like a month before the draft, it seemed like. So man, it's not a guarantee that a lot of these guys will come out because a lot of them don't have to. A lot of those guys are juniors.
Go back to this real quick. Did you see what Prime said, bro? He was like, "You better get me while I'm down. This is the worst I'm gonna be."
100%, and that is real. That is real. That is real. I think that, like you said, this is going to be the worst that Prime is, and talent-wise, like I think they were going to lose to USC and Oregon with or without Travis Hunter. Regardless, they were going to lose. Yeah, by far.
I'm okay with saying that.
They can win. They can win 6-7 games. Like it's possible.
I can see them winning. Maybe
I'm not saying that it's. There's no other teams on their list outside of Washington, Oregon, and
Washington State got a real quarterback. Keep telling y'all that. Don't sleep on
Washington State. But it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back from this game. Utah's. Oh, I forgot. Utah's going to run them. They're just going to run them over. Like it seems like they're like the Utah. Yeah, they're going to just run through them. Like it's not even. It's not even a thing. Like it's not even. Like I feel sorry for that front seven.
You hating on Prime? They're gonna say you hating because you said he.
I'm not hating. It's just real. Like that's reality. Like you don't have the trenches. TCU showed the blueprint on how to beat Colorado week 1. Week 1, run the ball.
They running back got hurt though. Remember that Sanders got hurt. I ain't gonna say
after he scored 4. After he scored 4. Like after he scored 4.
I don't know, Kevin. I got to see Utah versus Oregon. I'm not giving that one game, but Oregon, they have a good team.
They were good last year. Like
Sam is building this team. Bo Nix is not anything to sneeze.
After they got spanked by UGA week 1, them boys went on a tear. Remember, Bo Nix was like he was the Mertz of this year. He was like, he was trash. I'm not saying, I'm just saying because that's who I know. That's who I've seen the most. That's just who I'm most familiar with. But I'm not saying that Mertz will be Bo Nix either. So let's not do that. But what I'm saying is last year when Bo Nix went to Oregon, the conversation was, is he like he didn't do anything when he was at the other school? Is he going to be good? Who is he going to be? He's in a portal? Who's this guy? And he had a very solid year last year, and this year it's continuing. So it's like, okay, Bo Nix impressed everybody last year. Nobody expect Bo Nix to do what he did last year. Nobody, except maybe Bo Nix. So it's that Pac-12, man. They look good.
What about this Ohio State? Now, Ryan Day came out and told Lou Holtz to go to hell, and that he was gonna smack him next time he see him. Now the man's 95 years old.
Easily.
Come on now, Ryan Day. I expect Ohio State to carry themselves better than this now. I really do.
Out of all the people.
Come on, Ryan Day. You that fired up about being Notre Dame. You were doubted and people talked about you. Yeah, you've been doubted. You've been doubted because you've been losing to Ohio. I mean to Michigan. We don't care about you beating Notre Dame. We know what it comes down to for you in this season. Michigan. Ain't nobody did the job.
He got all hype about Lou Holtz. Everybody been talking about him on the hot seat and all this, all that. He gonna respond to Lou Holtz, who can't even hear. Ryan Day, you're a cornball. But you just corny like Lou Holtz. That's what you respond to? Man, Lou Holtz is Notre Dame. I think he was there before Rudy got there. Like, we all know this. Like, he's old as hell. Lou Holtz was old back then. He ain't been young ever. Came out old. So I don't want to hear that, man. Ryan Day, be quiet. Talk that trash to Harbaugh. Talk that trash to Penn State and all them other guys.
Why you coming there, Lou? Leave Lou alone.
Right, come on now.
Jim, go ahead, Desmond Howard. Them teams that be talking about you bad, bro. Leave.
Right, get out of here, man.
Oh the hell, Lou don't even know really what's going on. Lou remember when it was.
He see Notre Dame. He see Notre Dame. He still make his 1982 when Notre Dame was killing everybody. He don't even realize that it's 2023.
Come on, man. Lou don't know about it. They don't even know who he's talking to.
Right.
There. I just expected more from Ryan Day. Big win.
Did you notice?
Know what Notre Dame was doing at the end of that game, my boy.
They were playing with 10 people, and they were playing with 3 people on the line instead of 4. Well, they scored a touchdown. Ran right there. I said, you got to be at that point.
Who can? That's a
at
long
that point. Now you could talk about schools not having 10 people on a field goal block, but when you talking about the defense at the goal line to win the game, you only have 10 on back-to-back plays. Come on now, y'all want to laugh at jerseys swaps, but we don't want to talk about Freeman having 10 people on the field at the end of a game.
That's inexcusable, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to get it because there are coaches and there are people on these staff that are designed just to get up in the box and say, "Hey, coach, We ain't got enough. Hey, coach, we missing somebody. Coach, they got 12 on the field. Snap the ball. There are people designed to get that message to the coordinators, bro.
Not only that, but you have referees who sit there, ask the umpire, and they count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 10. It's not like it's a secret. They count and announce because they have to let the other referees know in case somebody runs on the field. So they have to be like, I got 10.
He had no more time. He wasted his time out on the drive before because the clock hit 1. The quarterback snaps the ball. He called timeout. I'm like, bro, your quarterback had it. The quarterback's looking at the damn play clock. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, Marcus Freeman. You lose a bowl game again this year, we're going in a different direction.
Yeah,
Notre Dame got plenty of money.
He'd be a great DC somewhere. Now he'll be a head coach somewhere, but yeah, man, it's just I don't know what
that. He'll get one opportunity, and then when you fumble a big opportunity like Notre Dame, yeah.
Oh no, he'll still go somewhere. Like he may not be at a P5 premier location, but he can go somewhere and he can take over Michigan State.
He'll be a DC somewhere. I can see him going to be a DC.
He can leave Notre Dame and go to Michigan State.
They going in a completely different direction. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You know that.
They another one. Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
I mean, but he won't fall. He won't fall far.
Doing Mel Tucker pulling it down the other way, my boy. And I love Mel to death. But they say it's a little bit more to that story. I don't talk about people's personal business, but they say that lady is in her 40s, just like him. She ain't young. Like it was coming out that she was like 20. No, they were in their 20s when they met. She been messing with Mel. She been his side chick for 20 years. And what we do? That's that man personal business at that point. Y'all knew about her in this relationship before he even signed the contract. So get that man his money, man. And hopefully Mel Tucker can land back on his feet at like you said, a D2 or something like that, man. But I don't like to talk about stuff like that. That ain't my business. So let's get to these NFL games, man. Let's see what's going on in the NFL. Oh, one more question. Give me your top 4 teams in the country right now.
UGA.
Florida State. You gonna put Florida State up there? Woo.
No. Because they've struggled back-to-back weeks. Them boys is hung on by the skin of their teeth. Give me UGA. Give me you have to put Ohio State up there.
All right, that too.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at this top 25 real quick because it's some teams that's going to be slipping my mind.
No, so we ain't going for that. I'm gonna go UGA as one. I'm gonna keep Michigan at 2. I'm cool with Ohio State. Cool with Ohio State staying at 3. That was a good one. And number 4 team right now gonna have to be Florida State. My boy, I can't go.
UGA. I'll keep Michigan. I'll keep Texas.
Ooh, okay. I
keep Texas. And I put USC at 4.
After they almost got beat last night, everybody's kind of stoned. Don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to say that, but I just think Ohio State's win was a little bit more impressive than over the number 9 team in the country than Caleb Williams struggling for 4 quarters and pulling away late on that game. You know what I'm saying?
It's that fourth one, man.
You could go
tough. I would even put Ohio State. I would even put Ohio State at 4. Their quarterback. I think their quarterback will probably is figuring it out.
Trash.
I think he's. Yes, but I think the nation has been spoiled by Ohio State quarterback play for like 10 years.
Yeah, I agree with that part.
I think we may see some normalcy, but I think as a team talent, performance-wise, because Ohio State defense is the one that really get them over the top. Like their defense has been a problem for a long time, but their defense is getting them right. So yeah, man, UGA, Michigan, Texas, and Ohio State.
Quick question: if you were Marvin Harrison Jr., if you get another concussion, like he got knocked out of the game yesterday, do you consider?
I'm gone, bro.
Do you consider wrapping that thing up and say,
Bro,
"Hey,
he needed"?
I'm trying to get to the NFL.
I think he takes his time to get back. Maybe come back, like give him that 1 or 2 last hurrahs, but he gone. He need a dip.
Yeah, just saying. You lose 1 or 2 games, Marcus. You might be without your star wide receiver for the rest of the year. That's just my opinion.
But at the end of the day, we all know Ohio State and their running back.
Hell, they got 3, 4. They 4, 5 wide receivers deep. They don't care.
Deep.
Chris Henry Jr. Ain't he on campus?
Who?
Chris Henry Jr.
Is he at Ohio State?
He committed to Ohio State, or he's going to be there next year. One of the two.
I know they got Brandon Ennis last year. They got
room is stacked, bro.
Yeah, they good. They Brian Hartline need to go ahead and take that job at Northwestern or something, man. Get up out of there, man. for the greater good of everybody else.
He can come to wide receiver coach at Georgia.
He ain't taking no wide receiver job. My man's going straight to a head coach. He going straight head coach.
But he might not be able to manage the whole game, KB. That might not be able to work. Everybody can't.
He's going to get the opportunity. He might get there and not do it, but he gonna get there.
Man, they're gonna take their $250,000 a year.
Let Michigan State not have hired a coach, or let Notre Dame fire Freeman.
Michigan State is not going to hire another. You might well counsel that.
let Freeman not do good. Let him have it at Notre Dame.
I can see that. And he can take his wide receivers with him too. Transfer portal now. All right, my boy. So it's NFL Week 3. We've already made some predictions and put them out. If y'all haven't seen them, I think we might have them still. See if we can pop them up for you guys. But big game today for my Falcons, man. We at the Lions, bro. I think we can go up there and get a W. The Lions are missing a couple key people. I think Kyle Pitts finally gets out of witness protection today. The boy been missing. We've been looking for Kyle Pitts. Everybody been looking for him. CJ Gardner's out for the season. Lions defense on the back end is not really that strong. Up front, the Lions are definitely a good team. Don't get me wrong. What's that second round pick? The first round pick, the dude that came out of Michigan. That boy been getting out for
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson. Hey, good pick, man. Love what he doing, but Falcons gonna run right at you. We ain't really worried about the ball like that. So, he ain't really been open. But yeah, if that's what y'all want to see. If y'all want to look at Dez Bryant videos where he chop it up and don't show the offensive line play and all that, then that's cool. But is this the Saints fan?
Might be.
Lord, I think this is the Saints fan. Lord have mercy.
All right, man. These are your picks, man.
These are red. These are mine, man. I mean, everything on the left side, I think we kind of agreed on. I think when we get to the Giants fan. Oh, yo, yeah.
No, I didn't agree on
On what?
Let's see. I pulled mine up on my telecommunication device.
But yeah, I got San Francisco. That was when we now Cleveland. Big game for Cleveland today, bro.
We got the same.
If Cleveland takes a loss on this day, bro, to the Titans, man, I think you'll have a lot of people. You can't get rid of Deshaun Watson. His money guaranteed. But your head coach, his ass gonna start sweating because that seat gonna be warm.
Bro, I don't know how you fumbled this roster, bro.
Right?
I don't know how you fumbled this roster. I don't know.
But it ain't really them though. It's kind of like your boy. Watson ain't look the same. Like, bro, we gave you this money because we thought you could be
But you understand that you understand Watson not being at the top of his game. He ain't played
the full training.
You give him that last year, but he still was like in and out because he had to stop and the stuff and the all the stuff going on. Last year, you understand. I still give Watson grace this. I give Watson grace this early, but I mean, you've had Amari Cooper, you had OBJ, you had Njoku, you had Chubb, you had
they done kept Chubb up there trying to.
You had Delpit, you had Greedy, you got the best defensive lineman, if not top 3 in the league. You had there's no excuses, bro. Like the Browns are a top 3 pick in Madden every year for a reason.
The coach, the coach. That's all shit. The coach.
They had names. They had guys that could play. Now, if they play together, it's an issue. That's the coaching. However,
I'll go reevaluate my pick today. I will think about that too. I don't think the Dolphins will lose, but I don't think it'll be as easy to win. I don't believe in Russell Wilson and Sean Payton's marriage and that chemistry, my boy. Yeah. I don't think it's working. When that man came out and told Russell Wilson, you need to stop kissing babies and shit and get focused, I could already tell you right then and there that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Russell can't even that ain't even the environment Russell could probably thrive in. He need that player-friendly coach like Pete Carroll. I mean, that's probably not what he needs, but that's for his mental. He probably needs that. Yeah, they done made the man give up his own. He had a personal locker. They done made him get rid of all that.
He need that coach that the Dolphins got.
I think that would probably be a perfect blend for. I don't think there's nobody that coach can work with. He just seemed like such a great coach. You know what I mean? Like I would love to work for him. He ain't gonna never yell at you or nothing like that. The Browns didn't have defense. They didn't have the best defensive lineman last year. Shit, Miles Garrett will always be a top 3 guy. That man out there doing basketball moves and going by people, Marcus. Stop this. There's no excuse, bro.
Stop trying to dumb down your team to lower the expectations. They should have been. They should have
out today. Definitely expect Baltimore to take away that dub. If I had to pick an upset,
I picked the Lions to win. Just to let you know.
I know you did. You'll hate them.
No, man, the Lions look good. Their wide receiver core is legit.
What my head say?
Goff. They got their tight end.
I ain't scared though.
You ain't gotta be scared. The people that get knocked out. The people that get knocked out are the people that ain't scared. The scared people make it away.
Is coming back today. He's gonna make 2 interceptions on Jared Goff when he return to the Detroit Lions. What would I tell you? SteveO told you first now. Why would I tell you? All right, give me if I had to pick an upset though, like any one of these picks, I'm like, it'll be Washington. If I had to choose one, like you got to flip one of these. Washington beating the Buffalo Bills would not really be an upset. I think the Washington Commanders can really beat the Bills. I like Sam Howell. I like Eric Bieniemy. Would they just get rid of Ron Rivera and just let Eric Bieniemy take over? I mean, seriously, at this point,
if everything else is the issue and not the offense, then that will happen.
They need.
I think that was the Jimbo hire. You know how Jimbo got hired at Florida State with the expectation, like, yeah, I'm here because I want to take over Bobby's spot. Yes, we don't mean the defensive line. We talking about the individual. God, boy, he is just somebody go hug Marcus, man. Jeez, Louise. Yeah,
I like the Commanders. Do the Cardinals have a chance? No,
absolutely not. I feel like them in Colorado playing against Oregon. I'm like, yo, just get out of there safe, my boy.
They about to kill Josh Dobbs, bro.
They about to tear him up. Kyler Murray sitting back like, hell no, boy. Hell no, I ain't ready. You got me fucked up. You got me. I ain't going out of there.
But Trevon Diggs going down though. How big is that for the Cowboys?
I think it.
Tampa?
I honestly I don't think it's going to make much of a difference.
I think Baker's still barbecue chicken back there too. So I'm sorry, but go ahead, my fault.
I don't think Diggs at this point, like this game, is going to be a big difference. I think Deron Bland is capable of playing like he's been in the game, like rocking and rolling. They still have Stephon Gilmore.
Top end speed ain't.
But the way they run that defense, it's a unit. Like that's what allows Trey Diggs to be so aggressive, is because them other dudes back there can hold their own. So I don't think it's gonna do that. I think it may be something later on if they go against that team that has, they just flying around like when they play like the Eagles or something where everybody got to man up type stuff. But against Tampa Bay. I think they'll be all right. I got my Raiders winning, and I got the Bengals winning. That was the one thing I was like, if there's a game that they would win, I don't know, it would kind of be this one. Not saying that they should. I want them to win, but if they lose, I wouldn't be surprised. It's like one of those things. It's in Vegas, so we'll see, man. I'm not big on my Raiders this year, as everybody knows, but why not pick one? Then I got the Bengals, the Rams. They traded Cam Akers. They are missing, I think, 2 wide receivers. Their defense is just.
Oh, they do got Gardner Minshew. Minshew can actually play now. I ain't gonna sit here and say Minshew no scrub. And they got weapons, but I just don't think they got enough to overcome Lamar.
Even if Anthony was AR was playing, I would still pick the Ravens. The one game that's going to be intriguing for me, I think, is the Patriots and Jets. I think,
right?
That Jets defense. He's so bad, bro. Yes, but man, but the Patriots offense,
league, bro.
And Mac Brown is the one right above him. If that's the case,
you talking about Mac Jones?
Mac Jones, yeah, man. Like, but both teams' defenses are. It might be like a 6-3 type game. Like it may like 9 just field goals all day, like a 9-6 type game or 12-6. That one's gonna be ugly, man. The Jets and the Patriots, man.
Is there any way the Tampa Bay Bucks can win tomorrow? You see that? Because somebody said they picked them for Kevin. I think said he picked them for upset.
I mean, yeah, because Baker is playing with a nothing to lose mentality, right? Like when he was in Cleveland, he was trying to not lose his job. Here, he like, shit, what you gonna trade me again? All right, and he's slinging that thing around. But and Mike Evans is Mike Evans. He gonna get busy.
And Godwin look like he back.
Godwin. So yeah, man, and their defense is good enough, and the Eagles are struggling.
I'm saying they're struggling. They've yet to catch stride, and I think it's with their offensive coordinator too. The offensive coordinator, I'm just being real. He might not be as good as the previous one, and that's okay. But
he's not. But
I hate the play calling for the Eagles. I hate the rhythm that they don't even really get into a rhythm when it comes to play calling. It's like brother's got his Waffle House menu and he just ordering shit. Like he just calling off whatever he wants. No rhythm or pattern to the game. I don't think Hurts even be in the rhythm sometimes. I think it shows. It shows it's good. The wide receivers, they're good. They just catching passes. But for your quarterback and your whole offense, I think Swift can help that. But they're not gonna feed Swift 30 times because AJ Brown on the sideline cussing. So
they need to trade Cook and Swift, man. Because Cook with the Jets, I don't know if that's what he came there for, man. Let's go ahead and trade Cook to the Eagles. I think he'll benefit more the Eagles and trade Swift to
I think Dalvin probably should have went to the Eagles, signed with the Eagles. But at the same time, Swift is more capable. Swift is just as capable. He showed it. But you got A.J. Brown on the sideline throwing Gatorade and slapping people because he's not getting the ball. So now you creating that situation where it's like, okay, we got to throw this joker the ball. And then that's what Hurts throws the interception where the offense is out of rhythm because we can't do what we need to do because we got to appease the young CEO over there. And he sees the Slim Reaper dancing in the end zone, getting off. He sees Swift dancing in the end zone, and he mad because he ain't caught no passes. So.
But one thing about the Eagles, though, that I will say, this time last year, nobody was paying attention. Not unless, of course, you're like Eagles, NFC East type thing. But yes, they were. The hype for the Eagles is what has everybody watching them so closely. Like last year, they were just playing. By week 3, 4, people were like, "Oh, the Eagles, okay, all right." They make a little like nobody. They didn't have no high expectations. You know what I'm saying? Last year, it wasn't. Nobody was expecting this. Now there's expectations. Now when Hurts misses a pass, it's like, oh. Last year it was just like, oh, okay, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that this what we're just seeing this year. Like everything is under a microscope for the
Well,
Eagles.
I don't know. I think last year they had the better coordinators on both sides. Offense
I mean, but yes, that's a big
was
part.
better, and that makes a huge difference. So I think
Yes,
I won't sit here
Alvin
and say
Kamara
they
has
were
one
a
more
better
week.
team.
Not that it's gonna make a
They
difference.
should suspend his ass for a lifetime when he beat that man up. They should have locked his ass up forever. They should have thrown away the key. Ain't no
All
way
right, man.
walking around on the street after you don't have somebody's face looking like they did that man. Alvin Kamara ass need to be suspended forever, and he need to be out the NFL. He should be playing in the CFL. They should have gave him that Ray Rice treatment.
And he cheated on Tia Cooper, man. I can't respect that.
She should have known better talking to a dude with the bull nose ring. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, man, but to end it all, Super Bowl halftime's announced. Usher will be the halftime. We gonna be partying. We gonna be partying. Hey, break out the jabos. You know what I'm saying? The tall tees. No.
Bro,
what you think of the halftime, man? You excited?
Man, I might be more hype about this one than last one because this Atlanta get to represent this time. It's the ATL, of course. Atlanta gets to be on the national stage.
Do you think it's going to be at ATL halftime or a Usher halftime? Usher is from Atlanta.
Yeah, he's from Atlanta. That's all.
Okay,
no, they are not gonna let ATL get up there. No, sir. No way.
I think they will. If I don't know who it would be, but LA was. It was.
We had a
close.
How close we gonna get?
I think if the Super Bowl is ever in Atlanta, they would do it.
They did it here. The Super Bowl was this here 2-3 years ago. Again,
but
they're not gonna do it unless they had Big Boy. That's the closest you gonna get.
Oh yeah. They did do that. I'm tripping.
No, that's the closest you gonna get. Then they were here in Atlanta for that, so I get it. But then that was good enough for us. The city, we treat Outkast like
I expect to see.
Why they do the Friends? Oh, why? They ain't gonna let him do that one though.
They ain't gonna let him do that. But I can see Usher getting up there. Maybe Ludacris. I don't know, man. It's gonna be good, but he ain't got to bring nobody out because he's in prime time mode right now with the Vegas joint. My man's been doing this. He probably do the Vegas show, just dialed down a little bit as far as time, but production, he don't need nobody to come out.
That boy rich. Good money. Good money. Good show, my boy. We got 2 minutes before the game kickoff. You know what I'm saying? Got to go ahead and get in game mode. That's it, man. Y'all know, catch us again next week. Toe2Toe Sports. Make sure y'all follow, like, share. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll catch you guys next time. KB, take us out.
Hey, man, we out of here. Next Sunday, same time, same place, same beautiful face. I worked on that. We out of here. Till next time.
Peace.
I ain't never played sports. You know what I mean? I always have, you know what I'm saying, like music and love music from the jump. So that was my just plan A. I ain't even have a plan B. I made myself not have a plan B on purpose just so I can fulfill my plan A.